Panda and the Puss in Boots, a tale of friendship and adventure. In a peaceful bamboo grove, Po the Panda was enjoying his favorite pastime, snacking on dumplings. The sun shone brightly, and the forest was alive with birdsong. Life was good. But his tranquil lunch was interrupted by a sudden rustling in the bushes. Po froze, clutching a dumpling mid-bite. Out stepped a small figure dressed in an extravagant hat, a flowing cape, and polished boots. He carried a rapier at his side and had a confident swagger. "Greetings, mighty warrior," the figure said with a dramatic bow. "I am Puss in Boots, the greatest swordsman in the world." In a peaceful bamboo grove, Po the Panda meets Puss in Boots, embarking on an adventurous quest to reclaim the stolen Ruby of Wishes from a fearsome ogre, where teamwork and bravery lead to an unexpected victory and newfound friendship. Po blinked. "Whoa, a talking cat! And not just any cat, a cat with boots. Are you here for dumplings? Because I don't share." Puss chuckled. "As tempting as dumplings sound, I am on a noble quest. A fearsome ogre has stolen the Ruby of Wishes from a nearby kingdom. I could use some assistance." "An ogre?" Po's eyes widened. "I've never fought an ogre before. Sounds awesome. Count me in." Po and Puss set off together, with Po carrying a satchel full of dumplings, just in case. As they journeyed through dense forests and across rushing rivers, Po was fascinated by Puss's stories of adventure. "So you really defeated a giant with nothing but your wits?" Po asked. Puss twirled his rapier. "Indeed, it's all about confidence, my friend. Confidence and the perfect boots." Po glanced down at his bare panda feet. "Maybe I should get some boots." They reached a dark, craggy mountain where the ogre's lair was said to be. From inside, they could hear the ogre's booming laughter and the faint glow of the Ruby of Wishes. "All right, here's the plan," Puss whispered. "I'll distract him with my charm while you go for the ruby." Po nodded. "Got it. Wait, what if I mess up?" Puss patted his arm. "Trust in your instincts, my friend, and if all else fails, dumplings." Inside the lair, the ogre was enormous, with tusks like daggers and eyes that glowed red. He was tossing the Ruby of Wishes into the air like a toy. "Who dares enter my domain?" the ogre bellowed. Puss stepped forward, his hat tilted just so. "It is I, Puss in Boots, here to challenge you for the ruby." The ogre laughed. "A tiny cat with a tiny sword? This should be amusing." While the ogre's attention was on Puss, Po crept around the side of the lair. He saw the ruby resting on a high pedestal and began climbing. Puss darted and dodged the ogre's massive swipes with feline grace. "Too slow, big guy," he taunted, leaping onto the ogre's shoulder and giving him a playful tap with his sword. But as Po reached for the ruby, his paw knocked over a pile of rocks. The ogre turned, roaring, "You!" Thinking quickly, Po grabbed a handful of dumplings and hurled them at the ogre's face. The sticky dumplings splattered across the ogre's eyes, blinding him temporarily. "Great move, my friend," Puss shouted, somersaulting to Po's side. The two heroes worked together, with Po using his strength and Puss using his speed. Finally, they managed to knock the ogre off balance. He stumbled and fell into a pile of hay, knocked out cold. With the ruby in hand, Po and Puss returned it to the grateful villagers of the nearby kingdom. A grand feast was held in their honor, complete with dumplings for Po and fish for Puss. "I have to say, you're pretty amazing for a cat," Po said, munching on his 20th dumpling. "And you, my panda friend, are a true warrior," Puss replied, tipping his hat. As the sun set, Puss prepared to leave. "Our paths may part here, but I have no doubt we'll meet again on another adventure." Po waved, a dumpling in each paw. "You're welcome in the Valley of Peace any time. Just bring your boots and maybe some extra fish." With a flourish of his cape, Puss disappeared into the horizon, leaving Po with a heart full of adventure and a new appreciation for cats and boots.